quick summary for the all mechanical properties. First one is tensile strength. This is maximum stress a material can withstand before breaking under tension. This is a common units mentioned and typical test method. Here we are using the tensile test to measure the tensile strength. The next one is compressive strength. Compressive strength means resistance to crushing loads. That means the maximum compressive stress a material can sustain without crushing or permanently deformed. So this is a common unit and we use the compression test. The next one is shear strength. It resistance to sliding forces between layers. This is the ability of a material or joint to resist forces acting parallel to a plane, which try to make adjacent layers slide past each other. So failures occurs along a shear plane. Best example for shear strength is scissors cutting paper is a best example, everyday example. And the test or shear test and punch test. Then the hardness. Resistant to indentation, wear and scratches. It's measured by Brinell, Rockwell and Vickers hardness. Then next one is toughness test. Here we are using to measure the toughness Charpy test and Izzard impact test. Its ability to absorb energy before fracture or absorb energies and plastically deforms before fractures. This means strong plus ductility. Structural steel is quakes. The next one is ductility. Ability to deform under tension without fracture. That means stretches or draws into wire without breaking. Example, copper wire. Tensile test is measure the ductility. And malleability. Its ability to be shaped by hammering or rolling into thin sheet without cracking. Example, aluminium foil. Rolling and hammering trials are measured to a malleability. The next one is elasticity. It's return to original shape. That means ability to return to original shape after load removal. Tensile test is used to measure the elasticity and follows the Hooke's law in elastic range. Example is spring steel. The next one is plasticity. Ability to permanently deform without breaking. Permanent shape change after yield without breaking. Here also tensile test and forming test. The best examples are forging or forming. The next one is brittleness. Tends to fracture with little deformation. This is a brittleness. Impact test and fracture analysis is used to measure the brittleness. And the creep test. Resistance to slow deformation under constant load at high temperature. Example is turbine blades. Creep test is measured the creep resistance. The next one is fatigue strength. Resistance to failure under repeated cyclic loading. That means survives repeated cycle loads without failing. Example is aircraft wings is the best example. Here the fatigue test is used to measure the fatigue strength. The next one is impact strength. The ability to withstand sudden force or shock or hit. Charpy and Izzard impact test are used to measure the impact strength. The next one is wear resistance. Resist material loss from friction or abrasion. The best example is gear teeth. The abrasion test and pin on disc is the measure to wear resistance. The next slide is each properties are mentioned here and the high example and the low examples are also mentioned in this table. That already we discussed the previous table. I mentioned some examples also. So you can go through these table also. Thank you. We will see the next video.